Happy Saturday, everybody. My name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis candle channel, and today I have for you another episode of my Saturday ritual haul. This week, although I am at my parents' house still, it is with the Hubs. Y'all, I'm so happy to have him here and home. He was also born and raised in this same small town, and he's here spending time with his mom. And I picked him up yesterday at the airport. We may have done some shopping on the way home instead of doing a normal Saturday ritual haul. If you're new here, normally I do these hauls in California where I live. I have an outlet store there that I always go to, and then we usually pop into one or two other stores. This weekend obviously looks a little bit different. I did not have access to an outlet store. The store I go to is phenomenal, however, and I have some insights about stuff that's going to be released next week to share with you. So I did pick up some stuff at Bath & Body Works. There is also a Yankee store in that same shopping center. However, it's an outlet store. So I asked, are you going to be giving away the free candles tomorrow? And they said no. For me to get those free candles, which by the way, if you are near a Yankee store, today is the day. If you are a member, go in, you get a free large jar. Free. Just free. They'll just give it to you. Any of the large jars with a new formula. So I did not want to drive back up today because that is a 50-minute drive each way. So it's like 2 hours in the car just to get a free Yankee Candle. My rental car is a gas hog. I do not like the car I got when they gave me a rental car. So Jason and I decided, well, we're not going to go back up today. So this haul is technically from Friday. I still feel like I got some good deals. I'm not getting my free Yankee Candle, but it's fine. It's not worth the price and the hassle for me to go up there. Anyhow, okay, let me dig in. I'm going to start with the Bath & Body Works stuff because I know most of y'all who watch this episode on a regular basis, that's what you're here for. I will say it's not a super large haul, but like I said, I'll give you some insights into some of the stuff that's coming out next week. I didn't buy any of it. They wouldn't sell it to me, but that store is so nice. Okay, first of all, I walked in. They're doing the soap sale. What is it, $2.95? The soap sales are this weekend. Yeah, $2.95. That's a really good price on soap. And they had released the new soap collection that has these really beautiful labels. I love these labels, y'all. They're so pretty. The only issue I have with them is that they all kind of look alike. And so I thought I had already sniffed one, but I hadn't. It was a different fragrance and I was getting all confused. But the labels are really pretty. It's just a very outdoorsy scene. Beautiful fall trees with some evergreens in the background. Just really pretty. This is the Farmhouse Pumpkin and Spice scent. It has scent notes of heirloom pumpkin, patchouli, and fall spices. I like patchouli. If you do not, you will not like this fragrance. Yeah, the patchouli is warm. Patchouli sometimes is kind of sweet, almost like an anise or like a licorice note to it. By the way, Harry is joining me today. He's a troublemaker, so watch out. The spice in here is warm. It's not like spicy and too cinnamony. To me, it's a very warm, pleasant fragrance. Stepdad stayed home yesterday. He didn't feel like driving to the airport. It's quite a hike from where we are out here in the country. So he stayed home. I brought this home. He sniffed it and he goes, that smells like Old Spice. And you know what? He's not wrong. I think it does. It does give me Old Spice vibes. Yeah, totally. Gives me Old Spice vibes, but I like it. So I think he's picking up on the patchouli note in there. Smells a little bit perfumey or cologne-y, and then the spice note in here, to me, is really pleasant. But if you don't like patchouli and you don't like warm spice, this would not be for you. I originally bought this to leave here because I thought he needs a fall soap in the house, but he doesn't like it, so I'm going to be bringing this home with me, and I'll use it. So that was on sale for $2.95. I got through the Bath & Body Works Sugared Lemonade candle here. It was my first empty at my parents' house. I'm so excited. I've got to figure out how I'm going to incorporate that into my August empties video. I think I'll just record it before I head home and then edit it into the one I do when I get to California. So we needed another lemon candle, and I picked up the Kitchen Lemon. My stepdad smelled this one last week and really liked it. It was really cute. I was like, what do you think of this one? He took the lid and he sniffed it. And he goes, now that's a lemon candle. I'm like, heck yes it is. It's a delicious lemon candle. It's zesty lemon, sparkling citrus, and Italian bergamot. To me, it smells quite a bit like the lemon that's in iced lemon pound cake, but turn down that sweetness from the icing that's in that candle, or just eliminate it entirely. This is not a sweet lemon fragrance to me, and really turn up the juiciness of the lemon and the tartness of the lemon. Sorry, y'all. I already had to tend to Harry. He was over there digging around in Jason's luggage, and I know Jason would not want that, so I had to do a little bit of cat managing. Anyhow, take the sweetness in iced lemon pound cake, tone it down, make it super juicy. I don't get a lot of zestiness from this. I don't get a really sharp bergamot that sometimes is present with bergamot fragrances. This is just a really pleasant, very clean, very crisp lemon. Very juicy, that doesn't go cleaner lemon to me. Plus, I love the yellow jar with the matching matte lid. I really like the new White Barn candles that were out in this collection. So got this for the stepdad so he can have a lemon candle. He really liked the sugared lemonade, and we used that one up. I was burning it with the blueberry cake donut from Goose Creek. That one's also almost gone. We both really like that combination. So that's a new one for him. I'm going to leave that here. Then, because it was my birthday, I got a birthday reward. You get a free something, anything under, what is it, $8.95 for your birthday. So I was like, you know what? It's my birthday, and I do not need room sprays, but that's what I want, and I'm going to get it because it's my birthday. So I picked up Lakeside Morning. I love this in candle form, and I first sprayed it, and I couldn't smell it. I don't know, there may have been something wrong with the aerator or whatever the vaporizer aerosol thing is in here. Sprayed it again and then I could smell it. So there may have been something wrong with the sample, the Try Me one that was out. I'm hoping this one works. I didn't try it. The scent notes on this one are crisp air, driftwood, and fresh green apple. Now this is a little bit weird for me to say that I like this fragrance because I don't really like apple and I really don't like driftwood. But I love this fragrance. I don't know what it is about that combination. It is just beautiful. It is very clean and crisp and bright and fresh. It feels like you are outside in cold air. It's refreshing. It is pretty perfumey. I do feel like I get a little bit of kind of like a laundry vibe almost from it. Yeah, I love it. And I slept on this fragrance for quite a while. I finally bought it this past, that was probably like spring, late winter, early spring. Burned it in the candle form. Really, really enjoy it. Have since rebought it, and now I have it in the room spray. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this here or if I'm going to bring it home. Right now I have Book Loft here, and I have a vanilla, what is it, the laundry vanilla one from Goose Creek, which I also really like. I just don't know how many room sprays I need here. He doesn't use them. The stepdad doesn't use them. So I might bring this one home. I might keep it here. I haven't decided. But that's the Lakeside Morning. So this was free. That was a part of my birthday gift. Then I also had a reward that was expiring on my birthday, coincidentally. It's really funny. You know, I spend a lot of money at Bath & Body Works. Y'all know, if you are subscribed to my channel, you watch my videos, you know I spend money at Bath & Body Works. You know I spend a lot of money at Goose Creek. I have a lot of rewards. And every time I go in there with associates like, wow, you have a lot of rewards. I'm like, yes, I know. I'm trying. I really am. I'm really trying to use them up. I just can't use them up because y'all took away my candle sleeves. You took away all the good stuff that I used to buy, you know? And now I can only really get the Single-Wicks. Anyway, I told the associate, I was like, all right, well, you know, I'll use this one up because it's going to expire. I was like, but I'm going to come in with this new Fall 2 release I know you got coming out on Thursday. I heard you got a floor set, and I'm going to use my rewards. I'm going to go crazy and just use a bunch of them, you know, when you have the new Fall 2 stuff come out. The associates at this store, every single one of them has been phenomenal. They are the nicest associates I've ever come across in any store I've ever been in. That includes the one up in Washington, any of them in California, any of the ones I've been in Michigan. I stopped at one in Illinois on the way to Chicago. These associates are the nicest I've come across. And one of the women, she's been there almost every weekend I've come in that I've been here in Michigan, and she recognized me because people always recognize my tattoos. And she's like, oh, you're in here all the time. She's like, let me just, do you want to see a preview of what we're getting on Thursday? And I was like, does anybody say no to that question? Like, of course I want to see a preview. She's like, well, I can't sell it to you. I'm like, no, that's fine. I don't mind. So she brought it out, and it was 3 of the new luxury line lotions, all of which were phenomenal. There was one in particular that has bergamot in it that was just very pleasant. So I'm going to be using some rewards on some body cream. I know that already because the luxury line looks really good. And then there was the honey, was it honey and vanilla that's coming out in a body spray, the body mist. I don't really like vanilla fragrances on my body. They make me feel queasy when I wear them. I don't mind burning the candles, but I can't wear vanilla. So I wasn't interested in that, but it does smell really nice. And then she said something about, she's like, well, there's another thing in the back of it, but I can't share that with you. I was like, oh yeah, is it the collab? She's like, we're not allowed to say anything about it. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, and I don't want you to get fired for leaking information, so please don't tell me. And the other guy was like, yeah, we really can't show you any of that. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's fine. I'm not asking. I didn't ask to see this stuff. Y'all volunteered it. So anyways, I don't know if we're getting the collab on Thursday, which from what I understand is pretty much confirmed at this point that it's a Disney Villains collab. Bath & Body Works hasn't confirmed that, but lots of people in the subreddit as well as y'all in my videos have said, yeah, you're right, it's a Villains collab. The store associates haven't denied it, but it looks like Thursday at minimum we're going to get a new luxury line. So I'm excited about that. I cannot wait to be in the store on Thursday. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications if you want to know when I release stuff, because on Thursday I'm going to go up, be there at opening, do a walkthrough video. It won't be your traditional walkthrough. I just don't like filming with my camera, like walking through the whole store, but I'll get some shots of the new products and share that with you when I do my weekend deals episode on Thursday, so you know what's available in stores and what's on sale. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe if you aren't already so you can see that in your feed. I was just impressed that they were so kind to me, that they recognized me, and that they went out of their way to bring out some of the stuff from the back. So I'm excited. I love that store, and I think they're phenomenal. So anyhow, have a ton of rewards. I'm going to cash in on the new stuff that's coming out, and I cashed in this one because I had to. Now the stepdad, y'all, 3-wick format. It's in the pink new white barn jar with the matching lid. He has smelled Cactus Blossom multiple times that I've taken him, and he says he likes it. And I'm like, you want to get it? And he always passes on it. He finds something else he likes better. He's more of a gourmand guy, so it makes sense. This one's a little bit floral. He always passes on this one, so I was like, you know what? I'll get it in the single wick. He can burn it in the bathroom, or if he wants to bring it out to a shop, he can burn it out there on his desk. No big deal. Well, then I said, oh, I got you the Cactus Blossom, and I gave it to him, and he smells it, and he goes, and I was like, what? Like, I said, does it smell better in the 3-wick format? He goes, well, yeah, it does. So I don't think it actually smells different in the 3-wick. I think what it is this candle smells different in the store. And I think probably what he's picking up on is the stuff that's not floral, the citrus and the warm vanilla coconut. And I think he probably thought the floral note that's in here was just the way the store smelled, which is very common to be kind of blind to what a fragrance actually smells like in store, because there is so much stimulation from people spraying room sprays and fine fragrance mists and using the lotions and the creams and whatever, using the hand soaps. So I don't think he knew there was a floral note in here, and he's not crazy about it. So I probably won't leave this here. I will bring it home with me. I actually haven't burned Cactus Blossom before. I've burned the Goose Creek dupe of that, which is the Sunday, is it Sunday Drive? So I'll probably bring this home with me. It's cactus flower petals, fresh citrus and vanilla coconut. And it is floral. But for me, that vanilla and the coconut note is just a really solid base note. It makes it a little bit creamy, a little bit rich. You do get a coconut scent, but it feels more like a raw coconut than, say, like a body cream coconut. I don't get citrus in this, but I tend to be nose blind to citrus. So for me, this just smells like a creamy floral. Free, so what's it matter? It was an expiring reward, literally expiring yesterday, so I picked this up. So this was also free. So that's all I have from Bath & Body Works. It's a pretty small haul for me. I'm happy with it, however. I feel like with my birthday reward, the other reward, and the soap discount, I could justify the higher price on the 3-wick, the $14.95. So altogether, my subtotal was only $17.90, so I got all that stuff for $18 plus tax, and I saved a total of $43.90. That's a steal. Again, no complaints. Now, the Yankee store is just around the corner from the Bath & Body Works, and I had that Bounceback coupon, and I asked the hubs, you know, do you want to go into the outlet store, because it's actually a good one. We do have a Yankee outlet nearby where I live in San Jose. It's about an hour. The traffic is really bad to get there. We have to go through like a mountain pass, and it's just a pain. It's rarely worth the trip because, one, it's overpriced. They charge way too much for their candles there. And then two, a lot of the stuff they have isn't even outlet candles really. It's like just a lot of regular candles and then candles that just didn't sell well. This store actually has seconds that are cheaper. It has a better price on the regular candles, and it had a ton of what would have been their semi-annual clearance sale candles that have been shipped to them because the stores aren't selling them anymore. So I had that $10 off coupon. You had to spend $30 to get the $10 off. So we were looking around, and they still had the By the Pool, which I bought that, I don't know, a month ago, hauled it. And the stepdad was like, ooh, I like that. And he has said multiple times now that that is his favorite candle of all time. I don't want to take it home and take it away from him, but I also wanted a second one. And they had it in the 3-wick format for $10. And so I thought, okay, I'll get a 3-wick of it. I'll bring this home. He can keep the 2-wick. I've got the single-wick at home that I'm working on finishing up for my August rotation. I'm just going to grab this. So this one has blue wax, just like the others, which I think is really pretty. This wax is gorgeous when lit. I might take the label off because I really want to stare at that wax. It's very comforting to me. I love this color blue. And then I don't have the scent notes because Yankee doesn't put them on the jar. It does say amber and coconut, but I don't get either of these fragrances. For me, it's the chlorine accord that I get in here. And when it's lit, it's a little bit cologne-y. It feels a little bit perfumey. It's very aquatic. I also feel like it smells a little bit like Laundry Fresh, or like the type of towels you get at a hotel that have like chlorine bleach that's been used to sanitize them. You kind of get that vibe from it. So I kind of feel like you're like sitting by the pool with a fresh towel, maybe some sunscreen on. Yeah, very aquatic and pretty sharp in the nose. So if you don't like that sort of thing, you probably wouldn't enjoy it. But it was $10, and I said, okay, I know I want that. And then they had some of their melt cups, easy melt cups. And I haven't tried these before. They had it in that same fragrance, and it was $3. And I thought, well, I'm going to give this a try. This will help bump me up to the $30 price point to get the $10 off. And I do have an official Yankee wax warmer that is intended for these sort of cups, but I also might just chop this into 4 and put it in one of my Scentsy warmers. I haven't decided yet, but at any rate, I'm happy to have this in the wax melt form. And then the hubs came across this candle. There were 2 of them that we were deciding between. One of them was a Christmas candle, and for the life of me, I don't remember what it was called. It's not one I normally buy, and I really liked it. He really liked it, but then we were kind of like, you know, it's the traditional paraffin large jar, single wick. I've had a lot of issues with tunneling and throw on those. And then we saw this one, which is the Sweet Vanilla Horchata in the 2-wick soy formula, which we've had better luck with, although be it not always stellar luck, it still sometimes is scentless. So we decided to go with this one. And I think this is going to be okay. I feel like the vanilla note that's in here feels a little bit artificial. It also smells pretty sweet, which it should. Horchata is made with rice, which is pretty starchy. It's literally like the starches that come out of the rice that make it have the starchy texture that it does. And then you make it with sugar and cinnamon. And is that it? I think that might be it. I've made horchata myself, but I feel like I never get it right. It's always too sweet. I'm still perfecting my recipe. But this definitely smells like horchata to me. But I feel like it's heavy on vanilla. And I don't normally put vanilla in my horchata. But it's, you know, it's a candle. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be perfect. But it does smell good. It's sweet. Plus, the stepdad likes vanilla. So I thought, we'll try it here. If the stepdad really likes it, he can keep it. We'll burn it with Jason here. Although I don't know how much time he's going to be spending here. He's already at his mom's today and has been since this morning. So we'll see. If I can find the scent notes on this, I'll put it up here in the corner. If I can't, it's because Yankee has stripped their website of any evidence of what Yankee used to be. It's all just their new product. They don't have an old scent list. And of course, as y'all know, they don't put the scent notes on the jar. So those 3 items, the single candle, it was overpriced, y'all. It was $18. They had a sale, what was it, 5 for $60? I think, yeah, it was 5 for $60, but if you only bought one, it was $18. And I'm not buying 5. So I did just buy the one. I justified it because I had that Bounceback coupon. The 3-wick was $10 and the wax melt was $3. So my subtotal was $21. That's what I paid. And then I had the $10 off coupon. So altogether, it would have been $31. And I paid $21, which is okay. That's okay with me. And then I asked the associate, also super nice at that store too. It might just be the area. I don't know. The associates are super friendly at this mall. And I asked him, I said, well, are you doing the free candles tomorrow? Because that's not too far of a drive from my parents. That outlet store is 25 minutes from my parents' house. And I said, are you doing the free candle? Because I'll come up here tomorrow. It's not too far of a drive. He said, no, we're not. He said, it's only for the regular stores and it's only on the new formula, which we don't have any of in store. And I was like, oh yeah, you do. You have a lot of paraffin and you have last summer's soy stuff, but you don't have the new soy stuff. And he said he was worried he was going to have to be redirecting people all day to go to the other one. And the other one from that store is about another 25 minutes. So Jason and I talked about it this morning when we first got up. And I said, you know, we can go up if you want. He was kind of on the fence about it. I kind of felt on the fence about it. I did the math. It's like, you know, 50 minutes up, 50 minutes back. It's going to be easily $15, $20 worth of gas with the rental car that I have for 2 free Yankee candles that may be unscented. There may not be much of a selection left. It could be really bonkers in the store, and I'm not going to want to deal with mall parking and crowds. I want to be here helping my stepdad. He wants to be at his parents' house helping his mom out. We just decided we don't need free Yankee candles. And it's sad for me. It feels like a missed opportunity as someone who loves candles and definitely likes deals. I feel like I'm missing out, but also it's just not my priority today. So I didn't go back up. We didn't go back up today. This stuff is all from Friday. If the outlet store was doing the free candle, we definitely would have gone up, but I just couldn't justify the extra hour of driving to get Yankee candles for free. I did get a Bounceback coupon, but y'all, it's a real bummer, so I won't be using it. It's the buy one, get one free Bounceback. It's just not that good of a deal at all. So I probably won't be using this one, and this is the outlet only coupon. I can't use this at the regular store. Also, here's that screenshot I shared a while ago of the new Halloween collection that's coming out that's very cartoony. So that's what the new Halloween releases are going to look like this year. Also, I'm sad. Charity Rose, if you're watching, this is good information for you as well. I asked the associate, well, first I said, do you have any Enchantress Rose? Because I also want some. He said, no. He said, we haven't had that candle for a while. I was like, okay, I know. And then he told me it's not coming out. He's like, and we haven't seen any evidence that it's coming out with the Halloween series. So it doesn't sound like Enchantress Rose is coming back, which is sad. I love that candle. I want more. It's not in this picture. And I trust him for the most part. He said it's possible it could still come out with a different release, but it's not scheduled with this one. All right, y'all. That is my Saturday ritual haul. It really happened on a Friday, but with the hubs and in Michigan. This is a weird one. This is a weird episode, but I kind of love it. And I'm so glad that you're here for it and that you tune in. I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate your support. Really, y'all mean the world to me, and I feel like I'm making a lot of really good friends. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you like this episode, give me a thumbs up so I know you want to see this content more regularly. I really don't think this episode is going anywhere. I love doing it every week, and I also really enjoy making y'all a part of the tradition between the hubs and I. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to leave those in the comments below. If you have anything you want to add, any insights, tell me about these wax cups. What am I getting myself into? Tell me all about it. I love to chat with y'all. I love to see y'all chat with one another. and I will see you in my Goose Creek review tomorrow. I have a lit review out on the new vintage recipe cookbook. Vintage cookbook recipe is a bunch of pie fragrances. You'll want to tune into that. I am reviewing 6 of them. 6 from that collection that are out, and we have a couple of new fragrances in there. So I hope you'll tune in and watch that tomorrow. Until then, have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.